South Africa has problems, just like any other country in the world. And like the rest of the world, we look towards our governments and expect them to change everything for us. Crime, poverty, the energy crisis, as well as climate degradation, all hot topics, yet we only complain about them and hope someone else will solve them. If we all wait for the person next to us to act, nothing will ever get done. So the question is, can I make a difference? It comes down to a basic choice. Either you believe anything is possible and that the world can change for the better, or you resign to the fact that there's nothing you can do. If you believe you cannot make a difference, then you won't. It takes a visionary to point out that anything is possible. As long as you believe there's a way, you will never stop looking for it. Ugesi Gold is a social enterprise aiming to do exactly that. Stop complaining and prove that if you want to stand up and face the world's problems, you can make a difference right away. In 2009, I was sitting on a ferry in Ireland, contemplating the world's economic crisis. Like the rest of the world, Ireland's economy has gone bust, and more people are depending on the state to provide for them. Obviously, this is not a sustainable scenario. It's leaching the country dry. While I was sitting there, I became aware of how the ferry was bobbing up and down in the harbour. That's a massive 40-ton lift every couple of seconds. Then I started wondering, why this energy is not being put to good use? Then I had a spark of inspiration. What if the energy crisis and unemployment could be linked? If all those unemployed just started building cheap renewable energy components for wave and wind generators, jobs can be created, the energy crisis can be alleviated, and the environment can be saved. That's 3 birds with one stone. So I started thinking how to best implement this plan. For maximum impact, the social business model is used. Social business model is laid out by the 2006 Nobel Peace Laureate Professor Mohammad Yunus. For those not familiar with the concept, the basic idea is as follows. You create an enterprise that's primary goal is to have a social impact. All the profits generated by the venture are used to expand that impact. In essence, it's a blend between a charity and a standard business venture, giving us the best of both worlds. The next question to consider is where in the world to implement this plan. South Africa was an obvious choice. Due to the energy crisis, South Africa has opened up its national grid to any independent power provider, as long as they can produce a significant amount. Furthermore, an additional green tariff is paid if this electricity is from a renewable source. The next step is to get the rural communities involved. If someone were to train the communities on how to construct simple generators, they would be able to sell the electricity and make a small income for themselves, while helping the local economy grow. Obviously, they would be too small to sell directly to the national grid, so instead they sell to the venture company. That is where the power of this business plan really lies. By taking a small percentage of the profits generated, the company can generate enough income to start another project and get more and more people involved. The technologies being considered has to be simple and the materials must be readily available. For this reason, wind generator technology and our specifically designed wave generator technology would be used. Solar power won't be currently considered due to the fact that it cannot be constructed independently by rural communities. We want to avoid dependence as much as possible. In closing, the aim of Ugesi Gold is clear. By using the social business model, a tangible difference can be made in South Africa right away. As the famous Occam Razor states, the simplest solution is most likely the correct one. With the focus being on rural communities, it's imperative that the concept must be executed with minimal resources and know-how. The focus must always remain on people helping themselves. This is not a charity. At the end, these communities has to be self-sustained, giving the power back to the people.